What's up, guys? Johnny here. Welcome back. Obviously, I got a new package in the mail, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And most importantly, I want to answer the question you're probably asking yourself right now. But why, though? So as you can probably tell, you probably saw from the box, what I got here is the brand new Fat Shark HDO goggles. Now, this kind of actually surprised me that I decided to pick these up, but I wanted to explain myself, talk to you why. I'm not here to do a review today. That's going to be coming, but in due time. I feel like this is a product that really needs its due testing. It really needs that honest feedback for you guys to know if it's really worth the price. They come in at a hefty $500. They're a premium product, and you have to know what you're getting before you end up purchasing them. So anyway, which brings me to here today. Why do I have these in front of me? Why did I pick these up? Why did I bother to pay the $500? Now, so far, 2018 has been an interesting racing year for me. You know, something kind of happened at that first race of the year that I went to. I brought you the coverage, you know, right here. Go check that video out if you haven't seen it already. But something interesting happened. I showed up to that race and I did far better than I expected. Way better than I thought I was going to do. And it had me start thinking that there's a potential for me to do reasonably well this season. You know, competing at big races, having chances to win races that I previously wouldn't have thought I was able to. And just the key thing is make sure that I do all the things to put myself in the best possible position to win races. That's the goal. I want to take every advantage of what I can this year. I lead a pretty busy life. I lead a pretty busy schedule. I can't get out and race and practice as much as I would ideally, but whenever I get a chance to, I try to take advantage of it. And lately what's been happening is I've been getting out to fly with beast mode whenever I can, which right now is about once a week. And the thing is though, by the time we can get out and fly, it's usually 6 o'clock at night. Now the sun goes down around 8:30, so we got 2.5 hours of practice to get in. And what ends up happening is as that sun's coming down, the gates become really, really hard to see. And I'm not getting a full 2.5 hours of practice because I can't see the gates that I'm trying to fly through. So after doing some thinking, because I'm trying to maximize every last bit of possible practice, I thought, what is it that I can do to help maximize my ability to see those gates? And there were really two things that came to mind. One, use different cameras. I think I primarily use the Micro Sparrow on all my racing builds, and I think that's about the worst possible camera I could use for seeing in, you know, twilight tight conditions when that sun's going down. Just the light handling is not very good in that camera. However, what I'd also say though is most of the cameras which do handle that light better, they're usually 4:3 cameras, and at least more of the cameras out there that you have to choose from are 4:3 cameras. Or at least more of the cameras that you have to choose from that are good options for racing are 4:3 cameras. On top of that, I've talked about this before too in 16:9 versus 4:3 racing. I think the most important thing, at least for me personally, is that the aspect ratio of the camera matches the aspect ratio of the goggle. And for me, because I was running Dominator V3 16:9 goggles, I wanted the 16:9 camera. That ended up being the Micro Sparrow. The thing that goes with that though is the Micro Sparrow has much less vertical field of view. And I ended up compensating for that by just increasing the tilt a little bit. But the thing that you have to be aware of is that it becomes a little bit harder to slow down in very technical, challenging parts of the tracks. Now, I feel like I've dealt pretty well with that, but at the same point, I feel like a proper 4:3 goggle with a proper 4:3 camera, more vertical field of view is going to help me see better around a racetrack, help me when I'm going full speed. Because even now, running 50 degrees, if I go full tilt and try to, you know, fly as fast as I can on certain parts, it can get challenging to see through gates because usually it's at the exact top and I can't even see the top of that gate. So just, I'm hoping the 4:3 is going to help me with getting cameras which can see better in worse lighting conditions. I'm hoping the fact that these goggles should have the best possible contrast is going to help me to see those gates in those tough conditions. And I'm hoping that that aspect ratio is going to really help me just get that vertical field of view that I need for racing. Anyway, that's the plan. So based on what I'm understanding, with a slightly, basically if you take the Dominator V3 screen and just stretch it up a little bit, that's what I'm basically hoping this is going to look like for me. I'm hoping the added contrast make it easier to see the gates. I don't think for races it'll make that much of a difference for me, but definitely in case where lighting's not perfect, these should really help me out. But time's going to tell. I'm going to bring you those tests. I'm going to let you know if it worked out well. I'm going to do a lot of comparisons of my V3 flying versus these. Do we see a difference in the lap times? That's what I really want to know. I'm going to do those tests. I'm going to share them with you guys. I'm going to let you know, am I flying faster, slower? Did it make a difference at all? You know, what are my overall opinions? I just don't want to bring you those thoughts without spending proper amount of time to do the testing. And I think that's going to take me 2-3 weeks. Now, lastly, the reason why I'm purchasing this now, this time of the racing season, the races do not matter for me in my region. I have about a 1-month window where races don't really matter. So my thinking is that if I get these goggles now and I start my transition from 16:9 goggles and 16:9 cameras over to 4:3 goggles and 4:3 cameras, that gives me a solid 2-3 weeks to get used to that transition, where hopefully I'm not just making a switch, going to a big race and not being able to perform because I'm racing with equipment different than what I'm used to. So that's why I picked these up now. That's my big hope for these goggles, and I really wanted to share that with you guys. You know, wish me luck with these things. I am real excited. I'm also extremely nervous. I've gotten really comfortable with the goggles that I have. I work really well with them. I really hope this helps me get around that race course faster. If it does, I'm going to be thrilled to bring that to you guys. If it doesn't, well, I'm going to be disappointed to bring that to you guys. But either way, you're going to find out the truth from me, find out my real opinions, and find out if, in the end, I'm racing faster with these goggles than I was with the Dominator V3s. Anyways, guys, just do me a favor. Leave your thoughts, comments down below. What you guys expect for these. Do you think I'm going to go faster? Do you think I'm going to go slower? Do you think it's going to make a difference at all? Do you think I just wasted my money? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Leave those comments below. And as always, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace!